All right. Welcome everyone to the Speedgaming Live second semifinals match between Patrick and MiRai. Thank you all for joining me today. Nice to see you all in chat. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil too much of what happened last night between these two guys, but it was a good race, and I hope we're going to see some more today. And let me just get used to some of these here buttons. I think I'm going to switch the race layout. Should be starting any second now. Nice, nice. There we go, 15 seconds. All right, nice to see you in chat. Trails, Reactor, Bruce, Serious Cat. And it's starting. All right, starting with fire. And of course they have 3 heart containers. All right, looks kind of vanilla-like so far. And MiRai going into P-Bag Cave over here, going to pick himself up a nice little P-Bag to get started. I don't know, Reactor, does he have another name? That's funny, these two guys picking up a life level at the exact same time, although MiRai's going to be picking up a couple more soon. Yep, that's 200 points. Oh, he put it into attack. Very nice. After taking a few bops. Oh! Yeah, that was a little scary. That red diver was worth a nice amount of experience. And he just happened upon Bagoo, so might as well get the letter while you're here. Meanwhile, MiRai is finding a bridge to Death Mountain. Not going to be interested in going there yet. Very interesting Saria probably on the coast there. And this looks like Harappa Cave that MiRai is in. Yep, brought him through. And he can get to the other side of Saria. So that's good for him. Although I was kind of hoping we'd see some required boots. Meanwhile, on Patrick's side, he found a nice boulder block cave. And what palace is this? 2. Not doing that yet, but good to know its position at the very northern end of the continent. I didn't get to see what spell was in Saria, but I suppose it wasn't very helpful. Or maybe it actually was that he entered the wrong side of Saria and it doesn't have the note yet. I didn't get to take a look at that, unfortunately. We'll find out soon. Because Patrick does have the letter. Meanwhile, MiRai is going to the grass tile. Oh, there we go, cool. Oh, fire, yeah, so they don't need to go in, really. That's kind of too bad. MiRai picking up the medicine, let me mark that. Alright, Patrick finding that same P-Bag Cave, and MiRai finding P5. So we have both P2 and P5 on this continent. Unless he found a connector and he swapped continents while I was looking elsewhere. But no, I'm pretty sure this is still the same. Oh, there we go, and we have found the connector to East. MiRai bravely exploring the Eastern, and we got a Wilson encounter here. So we got this land bridge between the two sides of this riverbank. I'm wondering if if this might be canyon, although I gotta get a better look at it. Yeah, a lot of hits to take out these blue Lizzo foes. Oh god. Yeah. And you can't really jump over it too easily without down stab. Yeah, one hit KO. Alright, Patrick also gonna be going through Parappa Cave. It's kind of similar routing. At least at this stage. I don't... Oh, nice! Taking a D boost. Well, you know, grabbing invulnerability frames, rather, to get through the encounter. That was pretty smart. And he picked up a magic container on Desert Tile. Can't see what's on Three-Eyed Rock yet. I'm sure it's a palace. But it's here. So, looks like Flute is going to be something they need to pick up. We're trying to find a better place to enter. Somewhere where we can get some health back, or... Yeah, this is definitely a canyon biome, but it's too rough for his, you know, his current resources, so he's up in A's, and he's going to be checking out the west again. Meanwhile, Patrick is in Magic in a Cave. Oh man. Oh gosh. Yeah, a little life would be nice. Ooh, any key. There we go. So they can now, you know, technically go into palaces. It could be in logic to go to palaces at this point. But good find. Good find from Patrick. Alright, Rudo's got life, but more importantly, it's got a lady who's going to give some life. And Patrick is going to go in for the hint, or hints. Just going to check out the hint for the trophy. Death Mountain. Okay. And we've seen Death Mountain. So, I don't know if Patrick's going to go for it or not, but it is at least going to tell him, you know, that the second one of the two items in Death Mountain is a trophy. So he can, even if he's not specifically looking, he can still use that information to narrow down locations. Although I suppose maybe not as much, because it's Death Mountain we're talking about here, not east or west. MiRai, likewise, is going to be refilling his health here. Yeah, it's been a violent match for these two guys so far. Lots of blood spilled on Hyrule. And Ganon's still not revived. I guess you need the whole link to revive Ganon. Patrick finding P5. He doesn't need to check it because he's already seen P2. MiRai also having a little bit of difficulty here, but he's sounding, oh, yeah, about the same as Patrick was. Just good enough to get through. And there's that magic key. I don't think Patrick has found the medicine yet. I didn't see him find it. Alright, and... oh. Yeah, so Patrick is also going to be checking out the east, but there's not actually very far you can go on the east. Very interesting. And he is not going to be venturing further in. Probably figures, hey, I'm blocked off in one direction. There's forced encounters that I'm going to be coming across on this canyon biome. And, you know, my levels are still pretty low. My resources are still pretty low. Probably better to do a palace, and bravely going into P5 as his first palace on 213. Wow, okay. Okay. Oh man, now these orange Iron Knuckles did not roll up. Oh boy. Given magic when he does not need it either. MiRai's found Rauru. Yeah, get that. You're gonna need that attack level for sure. And oh, he's just trying to get a level out of there, I suppose. Not actually seriously going in there for completion yet. Thunder in Rauru, very nice. So that's one required spell taken care of for MiRai, and Patrick has a little tiny bit of intel on P5. Oof. So we haven't spotted Maze Island yet, of course, but we've seen the other continents. If you consider Death Mountain and Maze Island a continent, which I kind of do. I also kind of consider them part of East and West, respectively, but... or West and East, respectively. Looks like Patrick's going to be picking up his Thunder spell here, momentarily, and also getting a refill at the Life Lady. Nope, no refill. I think these guys are hoping to find boots before they explore more of the east. I think there were some pass-through caves they could have used to get around, and there was that one bridge that MiRai didn't cross. So there is still some exploration to be done, but boots would open things up considerably. MiRai's found Heart Cave here. Now, Heart Container looks the same as Parappa Pass-Through Cave, and it also looks the same as the second screen in Fairy Cave. You can tell the difference between those three, you know, in terms of the enemy placement. Although, if you clear the enemies on like Heart Container Cave, oh, there's the boots. Okay, well, there we go. But yeah, if you clear the enemies on Heart Container or the second screen on Fairy Cave, and then you go to the other cave, it can be a little confusing because they actually share spots in memory. So if you don't want to be fooled like that, there's you can go into like a palace or something, or change continents, go into a town, and it'll clear that memory. Patrick was not able to get his item out of that cave, unfortunately. Yeah, he's gotta get it though. But we're doing P2. We're going for it. No glove, but we've checked a lot of the available spots, so time to just go for it. Alright, so right now Patrick has a slight level advantage with a higher attack level, whereas MiRai has a higher life level. Although maybe Patrick's wishing he had a higher life level. Yeah, MiRai with the boots is going to have a much easier time navigating not just the eastern continent, but the western continent also has a lot of nice areas where you can cross and cut off a lot of time. So yeah, every second that Patrick is exploring the overworld and doesn't have those, he's going to be losing a little bit of time here. Now he is going to be searching P2 for the item 100%, because he wants the boots too. He knows that it would be extremely useful. And he also, of course, wants the glove, the flute. And the glove is just right there, right in the open, and so he knows that this palace is completable unless there's some kind of fairy block or something. Which can happen. MiRai finishing up Medicine Cave here. Oh, taking a death. 1 life to live. Oh wow, his timing's a little bit off. But he clears the Gorilla no problem. And he picks up his heart container in Medicine Cave. Good find there. In this flag set, the 4th heart container makes a huge difference in survivability. Do 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 do. See, look at how easy it is to get around this vanilla-like continent now that he has the boots. Even though it's not like islands or canyon, it's still so useful. Even for skipping encounters that you would otherwise have gotten. Alright, this is a new palace that none of them have seen before. MiRai found P4. Meanwhile, Patrick is taking out Helmet Head. Now, I've talked about the advantage that MiRai has in terms of having the boots. But Patrick also has a bit of an advantage of his own. Ooh. Okay, yeah, he's wondering if he should double level in one way or the other. But he was able to get enough. I think he was wondering if he should get the the attack level by skipping the life level and placing the gym. Or to get the life level. But he got enough experience rolling over from the Helmet Head boss that he was able to double level here, which is really nice. Meanwhile, MiRai picks up Jump. I didn't see what town this was. I think that's New Casino. And I believe these flags set the required number of containers to 7, flat out. So we're not there yet. So we can't check without the spell, we can't check either of those item spots. Alright, so Patrick has much higher life levels. He should have an easier time getting those items he missed before. Meanwhile, MiRai is checking out DM. Death Mountain. Oh, wait. No! How silly of me. It just looked a little Death Mountain-like because it's canyon biome, and canyon biome tends to have a lot of caves in a small area. And so it just kind of looked like a Death Mountain to me. My bad. Alright. There's Shield Spell. Very nice pickup. And since we have the cross already, we can see the Invisible Moa already. That's the starting item. And Patrick doesn't have the medicine yet, so he can't get the item there even if he wanted to. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe he did pick it up and I didn't see it, but I don't think so. He really needs to find those boots, though. But yeah, if and when he finds the boots... Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah, if and when Patrick finds the boots, I might say that he has a slight advantage here. I mean, not only does he have a palace down, but also having the glove means that you don't have to worry as much about checking item locations. Oh, there's another heart container for MiRai. Maybe, checking those item locations is super useful. Though, of course, if you're passing by that location, you're going to check it no matter what. It's just such an easy item to get. Alright, in and out. Just to get a little refill there. His Life 5 should do good work after this. He should be able to find a heart container or... Yeah. Oh, what? Isn't that Medicine Cave? Isn't there a heart container there? Guess he didn't want to check it. Maybe he thinks he already did? I'm pretty sure that was a cave that he hasn't checked yet. I'm feeling a little... I'm questioning myself here. Am I going crazy, guys? I'm right trying to get the clip here. Got it pretty quick. Alright, Harkatina Cave, I believe... Was this one had the boots? I don't know, but... Patrick definitely still wants to check the medicine cave. Alright, more... Alright, so MiRai now has the down stab. Very useful. There's the boots. Go west to find the... Did that say west? To find the child? Or did I... I feel like they've checked a lot of item spots in the west. Oh gosh, this is a very unfriendly encounter. Patrick gets a favorable damage boost or invulnerability frames. MiRai has found Maze Island, so that should be 2 free items for him. Uncertain just how difficult these items are going to get. We need to see more of Maze Island to tell. But sometimes Maze Island can make it more of a pain. Patrick still didn't check Medicine Cave, so he's just not gonna get that heart container, I guess. Oh, is he going in now? Okay. I don't know why he didn't check the first time. Very strange. Or did he die here before? Yeah, maybe he died here and he knew it was gonna be... Oh, ooh, nice! I thought he was gonna maybe try to get invulnerability frames from the Moldorm, or sorry, Geldarm, but was able to avoid the axe just barely with some skilled jumping. And MiRai could walk on this water here if he wanted to, but he's going to be checking deeper in. And Patrick does get his heart container, so he has superior levels to MiRai right now. That probably won't last for too long, because it's not like he's had a lot more opportunities than MiRai to get and keep levels. I guess his 2 higher levels could just exclusively be from the palace that he's cleared, so I guess that makes sense, right? And we got P3 or P6. MiRai's not going in. Not yet. Gonna keep searching. Maybe he's hoping to find the glove in here. Okay, second item was pretty easy to find. Well, he got pretty lucky in finding that second item, I should say. There's a lot more to this than they actually searched. I'm not actually sure how useful the raft's going to be here. I don't know. Alright, so now that Patrick has the boots, he's kind of on equal exploration terms compared to MiRai. I think he still doesn't have the medicine, but that might not be important. And Patrick is not going to go into these P-bag caves. He's going for speed. He's going the distance. Yep, 7 magic containers. I'm pretty sure that's locked in the flag set, so you don't need to check that. Alright, jump spell. Very handy item, especially if he wants to get his down stab from Darunia. Wait. Okay, I must have been I must have been mistaken there. The thing that I said was the second item, the raft, that was actually his first item, and the second item there was just a blue jar, so a real dud. MiRai's trying to level up here on Iron Knuckles. Still quite a little bit far away. I guess he just wanted to get that initial experience boost before going in and trying to clear the palace. We don't know if this is 3 or 6 yet. If it's 6, it's going to be a little bit harder, but 3 is a very short palace, and geez, happening upon happening upon 500 point feedback right off the bat, and Patrick gets the clip pretty quick. So he's going to be picking up his down stab here. Alright, there we go. MiRai now has picked up an attack level, and I would say, you know, he's going to probably get 2 more levels out of this palace, so a little bit of a level advantage for him right now, hypothetically. But not in practice yet. Yeah, there's still a lot of experience in this palace, so he's definitely going to clear that 900 point threshold. If he wants, he could get attack 5 here. But I suspect whenever he finishes this palace, he's going to get life 5, and then he's going to get probably life 6 from the gem placement. That'd be my guess. And Patrick has also found his way to Maze Island. Oh. Let me mark Patrick as having thunder, because I know he's got that. Now, I don't think we've seen... You know, I haven't been paying attention to when they check the signs, but we haven't seen Fairy or Reflect from these guys, so it must be... they must require Child or Trophy to get those, because they've seen Old Kasuto, New Kasuto, Darunia, Naburu, haven't they? They've seen all these things. They've seen Mito, they've seen... I mean, they started with the spells from Saria, they've seen Rauru, they've seen Rudo, so... Yeah, they must be locked behind magic, the Trophy or the Child. Looks like Patrick is going to be... Okay, he's noping out of that direction, which we know is good for him. Hopefully, you know, he doesn't go the wrong way, because MiRai kind of god-routed that, Maze Island. Alright, so this is P6, you can tell from the bars on the window. So this is going to be a longer palace with a tougher boss, but that also means he's going to get a lot of experience in this boss. So he can take that into account when he's doing his leveling strats. He might even get 3 levels at his palace, actually. Alright, so MiRai does have extra heart container. That's something that he found on the eastern continent that Patrick hasn't found yet. Well, maybe it's on the... It might have been on the water tile, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Patrick... What? Alright. So he's looking for that second item. We know where it is. And we know it's not even worth his time, but he certainly doesn't know that yet. Okay, well he's found it, and he'll figure out it's worthless. And he's gonna jump into P3, probably. He's got the boot. Sorry, he's got the glove. He's got the Innie key. He doesn't have Fairy, of course, but I'm pretty sure we can't get Fairy yet. We need to find a Trophy or Child. And I don't think Patrick has a medicine either, so he doesn't have any of those items. Alright, so we have a pass through Ribonak here. Just gotta beat this mini-boss to proceed throughout the rest of this palace. There might be another one that leads to the item. Jeez. The rap. The rap that costs you half a second. Looks like Patrick's having an unpleasant time with this pair of enemies here, but he makes his way past there after a bop or two. Not too bad. Wow. Oh, oh! Nice! Oh, it was so nice, but he kind of dropped the jackhammer a little bit. It's a bit unfortunate. Those guys are worth a lot of money. And by money, I mean experience. Alright, we have a fairy block there. That would be unfortunate if that was... that was the way to Barbo. You don't need to be here, MiRai. Did he finish exploring the palace? Is that him trying to tell us the fairy block is required? If that were the case, then I guess even the item can't be pulled out of here, but what is he coming here for? He has the any key, doesn't he? Ah, just trying to finish off the level. Okay. And he's going to up an A to restart and try a different route. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Alright, so, you know, his attack level is a little low, but I mean, and of course his magic level is 1, but he's got enough life levels, and, you know, technically, probably enough attack levels to finish the whole game at this point, so, you know, we're pretty good in terms of our levels here. Oh, geez, just a red jar. Well, better to get it on a blue Stalfos than a blue Iron Knuckle or something. Or a Doom Knocker. What's up, Reggie? 07 to you too. And I didn't say hi, Lord Goober Rose, earlier. Sorry about that. Rubes. Welcome to all y'all. Alright, Patrick is on his way to his next level. You know, I think that it wouldn't be too bad if these guys got like Magic 2 or even Magic 3. It's not going to make it that much more difficult to get good gem abuse. But I suppose they don't really have any spells that they need to cast yet. Oof. Ah! Have mercy. Yeah, this is the room that we just saw MiRai in, so Patrick's also going to double back and try a new route. Huh? Oh, he's out. I don't think he's seen everything. I wonder why he is deciding to leave now. Well, MiRai is also out. I think MiRai explored more thoroughly than Patrick did, and they came to the same conclusion. So that is a bit of an advantage for Patrick here. At least until he eventually has to come back in and knows a bit less than MiRai does. But I have a feeling that if and when they do, it's probably just going to be going straight for the fairy block. Try to see what's past that. And in that case, the extra exploration advantage that MiRai has is probably not going to do him any good. So it seems like both the item and the boss are past that fairy block. Or maybe there's a glove block on MiRai's side that I didn't see. Alright, shield for Patrick. Just catching up on the spells that MiRai has, and he doesn't. And yeah, looking at Patrick's, list of spells here, he doesn't have that spell for Mito, so I'm going to assume I was correct in not marking him as having the medicine. Which, MiRai got the medicine pretty early. I don't know. Maybe the spell in Mito was just worthless or something. Alright, MiRai's gonna feed this thirsty lady with his hands. Don't ask questions, this is Zelda 2. This is how we do. Fairy spell get. Oh, so it was just a Nibiru. That's it? It was just a Nibiru? Guys. Wasn't so hidden after all. Alright, so Patrick is doing 3 right now. Nice purple color. That's all. It was just at the bottom of the canyon? Right by the water spot. That's really wild that none of the racers checked that. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah. Kind of a little bit of a tough jump, but I think he really botched that one. Okay, there we go. And MiRai's also going to P2, even though he probably has what he needs to clear P6. But hey, you do what's closest first. Yeah, absolutely serious, cat. Oh wow, I thought MiRai had more spells than that. He's only got like one. He's only got a couple more spells than Patrick does. I wonder if any of our racers are going to try to pick up life today, because it did come in handy yesterday. Oh, it's a P bag, just 100. That is rude. Hopefully he can make that 100 experience, work for him to get some decent levels out of here. But man, that was kind of bad. But he's got the item, he knows what it is, and he's got the bus. And MiRai did come in here a little bit after him, and they seem to have similar routing styles, so I'm assuming that MiRai's going to find everything that Patrick did pretty soon. Now, MiRai came in here just after getting Fairy and near the water tile. So if Patrick keeps exploring... Oh, geez, that 100-point P-Bag didn't do anything. If it was a 500-point P-Bag and he got a couple more experience from other smaller enemies, it would have given him a double level. I mean, he'd still have to clear the magic amount, but whatever. We take the level we go. Oh, yeah! I forgot! Patrick has the glove and MiRai doesn't. I forgot about that. Ugh. I'm acting like everything's equal, but it's not quite, is it? Nice pickles. So MiRai was dairy blocked. I know what it's like to be dairy blocked. I didn't have to worry about that a couple of years ago, but you stop drinking milk for a couple of months, and you'll get dairy blocked for sure. Alright, Patrick is feeding the thirsty lady, as per Zelda tradition, with his hands. That's just how we do. I know I made that joke about 10 minutes ago, but I'm doing it again. And you guys can't stop me, because I'm the only one in the booth right now. Alright, so MiRai has found the mystical 100-point P-Bag. Oh, wait, hold on a second. How much does Fairy cost? Patrick might need to increase his magic level to cast it if he wants to get past that Fairy block. 76 at level 3? Okay. So 5 times 16. I can do math. Okay, so MiRai has 80, so it's basically all his magic. Patrick has the same number of magic containers. If the... Okay, so his... Let's see how expensive it is. 90. He needs another level there to cast it. We know that, he doesn't. And MiRai picking up his attack 5. Yes, it's perfect. It's mouth to mouth. Listen, in the Zelda 2 community, we work hard and we play hard, okay? MiRai does not seem amused. Yeah, he's still lacking the glove, and we know where it is. And it's... Honestly, I feel like the reason why Patrick got it and MiRai didn't is because Patrick was, like, looking for something to progress. He was looking for, like, boots or something, which MiRai found just in an overworld cave, and Patrick was, like, looking through palaces that he could complete, so he ended up getting that. It is actually still a little bit surprising that MiRai didn't do P2 when he could, but, you know, there were still more overworld spots to check, so I can see why. Who is leading? I would say Patrick is leading, and by the way, let me put that there. And let me put that there. I think MiRai has killed Ribonak, hasn't he? There we go. Yes, we hard all the time in Zelda 2 community. That is 100%. Evening, Kiyuki and Uther. Welcome, welcome. And Raiju, nice. And Stealthy Ninjas. I mean, you know, being a stealth... Oh, yeah. I can see why MiRai cast Fairy there. He wasn't going to get hit, but he was about to be put into a bad spot. Isn't there, like, an item to the left? I'm probably mistaken about that. Oh, there's Fairy. He doesn't have the magic. He's got to take a plunge in the Kool-Aid. An FMA from MiRai, as we see. What's up, J-Ro? Hammer Bro is not being a bro today. That's 100%, yeah. I'm not sure if the Fairy spell is required for P6, because I didn't see what caused MiRai to quit out of the palace. Patrick didn't check as many paths as MiRai did, so he kind of quit out before I think was strictly necessary. But MiRai didn't have the glove, so he might have been glove blocked and I didn't notice. So I can't give you the answer because I didn't see. But it's kind of hard to keep track of everything at the same time, unfortunately. But we will see. It might very well be required for P6, yes. Patrick is wanting to he is wanting to get, you know, really good levels and gem abuses, so he's trying to keep his magic level low for that. But I still think it's not too hard to do gem abuses, even if you're at, you know, Magic 3. I think that's still not too bad. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, he dipped into the lava on one end and the other end. I was afraid he didn't have any lives left, but I guess he did. Alright. Oh, yeah. Patrick making use of his glove here. That MiRai does not have. But MiRai's in a different palace, of course. He's in P1, which is in VOD, Valley of Death. And he's found Horsehead. Gonna take him out. Did anyone see what the item was in P1? He must have gotten it. I thought I saw the item location, but I didn't see what the item was. It's not a magic container, not a life container. It's not glove. Oh, he's going back. So I guess he's not found the item yet. Okay, there's the item for Patrick in P3. Sorry, P6. My bad. And now Patrick can cast Fairy, even though he's only got Magic 2. So he has got 96 Magic right now. The Fairy cost at level 2 is 90, so he can cast it. You can. Oh no! Oh no! Barack's having a heck of a time. He's probably throwing out those FMAs like big time right now. That was just a key in P1, but he's got P2 right here. We know he's going to be satisfied with what he finds here, but he might be angry. At least I thought this was P2. Did he slash and no jar came out? If that's the case, this is P5, but I think P5 is down somewhere else. This is P2, yeah. Meanwhile, Patrick is making good work of Barba so far. You know, these guys, they have jump. They've got jump, they've got down stab. They could one-cycle this Barba boss, but we haven't seen that in the tournament yet. Come on, guys. Ride the dragon. Ride the dragon! That's a death. See? See, if you're gonna die either way, you might as well ride the dragon, right? There's the glove! MiRai probably a little upset right now, but keeping his cool visually. Okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of choice words come out of his mouth, you know? A little bit of ventriloquism. We can't hear him, but we can see him. Yeah, those fires hurt. You don't want to run into them, but he could have jumped into it, turned around, and been knocked through the fire if he wanted to. It just would have cost life. Ah, thank you. Yes. Sorry, I am Mr. Tracker, sir. I am commentator 1, commentator 2, restream manager. So, and entertainer extraordinaire. So I'm missing a few things. My bad, guys. So far, we'll see. We'll see if I can keep it up. Although, you know, tracking gets easier as the game goes on, or you would think. I tend to prove people wrong though. And that's Helmet Head down. And fortunately, MiRai can get a more expensive level than Magic 4 out of there because the experience from Helmet Head was just enough to put him over the threshold for Magic 4. Yeah, pretty much, Goober. Alright, so they both have the same number of bosses on the board. I want to say that Patrick is still ahead, though. For now. We need to find Reflect. I'm guessing that's trophy required. Well, or child. What am I saying? We knew it was going to be one of those. Patrick not wanting to go to P5 yet. I mean, there's never a better time than the present. It's right there. I don't know, man. Your levels are good enough. Do your P5. Eat your veggies, do your P5s. Sunday nights are Zelda nights, Kerplop. Patrick picking up the up stab. I approve. Last night he didn't have it. I mean, for better or for worse, right? Like, it's controversial whether it's worth it or not, but I think it is. That's just my personal take. But better runners than me have claimed in both directions, so I'm not the end-all be-all of opinions here. The Watcher of Light, quick, come with me! Did we see a turn-in on this from MiRai? I think we did. Yeah, spell? Okay, cool. And MiRai in the same town. So yeah, I guess Patrick did pick it up medicine somewhere, sometime. So I'm just going to mark that there, because he just turned it in. I am good at happy little accidents. Now, Raiju, your little icon, that 2024, it kind of looks like buggy text that you would get on an old NES game where you have like all the numbers appearing instead of like a character. For whatever reason. That's what it reminds me of. You don't get that experience when you're playing on you know, emulators very often. But when the pins aren't lined up quite right, or there's something wrong with your system or the cart, you get buggy images. And it'll pull up like character data instead of graphics data. Or other random stuff. It can pull up lines of code or music and display it visually. So you get fun little artifacts like that. That's what it reminded me of. But yeah, Patrick is in P5, and so is MiRai. Welcome, Alex. Big Picket? Yeah. I don't know how to say the first part of his name, so... BKPTK? PKT? You know, he's been in the community for a long time, and I kind of was like, Big Picket Patrick, and I'm kind of done with that right now, man. Like, that is the mistakes of yesteryear. Back Packet Patrick. Okay, that kind of makes sense. It's very long though. Alright, these guys are racing against each other for their 4th gem placement in the same palace. Different parts of that palace though. Patrick showing us some pretty funky moves there. I think he looked up his experience and he was like, yeah, this is useless, this is pointless. Killing enemies for experience is kind of pointless right now. He needs to get another 1,000 before he gets to the boss, which is possible. It is possible if you wanted a double level here. It's difficult though. Big Picket, yeah. And MiRai found P5's boss first. Patrick was in here earlier, so MiRai with a much faster P5. I'm assuming it's going to take Patrick at least another 2 or 3 minutes to find the boss, because if MiRai got here... If MiRai came in first... Sorry, if MiRai came in second and got to the boss first, then it's probably down some path that Patrick did not take. So Patrick is exploring in some other direction that is a dead end. Maybe it goes to the item. And these guys do still need... They do still need the flute, so there's a pretty decent chance the flute is in here at this point. We got the 2 item locations in New Kasuto. I don't think we've checked either of them. Speaking of which, we do need to find another magic container. Or Patrick does. MiRai needs to find 2 more magic containers in order to get into the old lady's house. So they do still need to look for items. So even though Patrick went the wrong way, okay, Patrick's in the best room in the game, no questions asked, you know. That's just the best one. Even though Patrick missed out on the boss, he might still need to find the item here, and MiRai might still need to find the item. I believe GP, we haven't seen yet. I believe that's locked behind Three-Eyed Rock, so the flute is looking very necessary at this point. This is such a big palace, oh my god. I'm actually a little surprised that Patrick used up his magic that he got a refill on. But great. Oh, good jump there. Oh, he's back where he came from, isn't he? Did he check out every possible direction over there? Nice, refreshing fairy. Dude, you know what? Oh my god, Nintendo could make so much money! Hey, Alex! That's a great room, I'll have you know. It was designed by a genius, okay? Okay? But no, for real. For real, Nintendo could make so much money by... Oh, MiRai needs 15 experience. By selling like a drink that has like a one of those stereographic images of like a fairy on it, you know, like make a bottle and have like a fairy in it, like an energy drink, right? Dude, I should sell that. You know, Nintendo can only sue so many people at once, right? So I should do that. Fairy in a bottle drink. Fairy in a bottle energy drink. Come on, guys. You know that's awesome. There's the child. Hammer blocking the child. That could be a very big deal. We need that reflect. And hammer for Patrick too, but he still needs to find and beat the boss. Yeah, or until Nintendo takes down Etsy to get to that. Oh, nice! I didn't know there was a jar there. Very nice refill. Probably worth the time investment. And, you know, I've spoken too soon. Looks like Patrick is going to double level here, probably. If Guma's worth 1,000, I think he might be, but he needs to get like at least another 200 experience. So he can't be skipping these enemies here. You need another 200 experience if you want to get that double level that you've been wasting time to get. Alright, MiRai is in Death Mountain, trying to use his hammer and his boots to find 2 items, one of which could be the flute. So, the tide may have shifted. The tide may have shifted. MiRai, I believe, is in the lead right now, so let me change the music real quick. Oh, but Patrick is not far behind. Fairies are not patented by Nintendo, but I'm sure they'll figure out some way of saying a fairy in a bottle is. And there's the trophy. I don't know which of them was blocking Reflect, but he can get to both of them now. He's still looking... Oh gosh, and Hammer Cave is right there. He's hoping for Flute. Alright, now... Patrick is going to find P1 in VOD. He probably doesn't want to go there yet, though. But he can't do P4. He probably doesn't want to do VOD, because if that turns out to be GP, that's a waste of time. He's going to want to find flute before he checks bod. And he's checking these items. I believe this one is the trophy. Or no, this is the child. This is the child. Welcome in Kirito and Skeeter Drum. Sorry, Skeeter Drums. Is that Skeeter from Doug? Is that Skeeter? Or is it like... oh, sorry. While I was doing that, and Wetcamp, welcome in, and Erdemus, and Backward. Sorry for missing y'all. What item was in Hammer Cave? Art? Okay. So, not what they're looking for. So, that means it's going to be in Spell House, Spell Tower, or behind Granny's. It's in our medicine cabinet, in Gravity's medicine cabinet. If that's the case, Patrick does have an advantage in terms of magic containers, and we need to get 7. So there's probably a magic container in P4, or it could be in the Spell Tower. If there's a magic container in Spell Tower, then visiting Nukusudo is going to be a big deal. Because we, as much as MiRai might be getting Reflect right now, I'm just going to mark it right now. As much as MiRai might be getting Reflect right now, he still needs the flute too. Yep, there's that Reflect. Mark that already. Oh, Josh the Canuck, Trails, welcome in. This is game 2. I tried pressing the button for the score, but it didn't do anything. Oh, okay. There we go. It works now. I don't know why it didn't work before. Skeeter has got more than one chance to be cool. Like, it took me a billion years to get cool, but, I made it eventually. JK. Alright. Still looking for that flute, but we have all the spells we need. MiRai does have Glove now. Yeah, he got it in P2, which is... Yeah, there we go. Alright, and now he's entering into P4, hoping for a magic container. Gonna have to be looking... I mean, it's possible that it's in the Spell Tower, which I don't think anyone's checked yet, but that's a 50% chance. You want the 100% chance when you check in that town, right? Although he would need to find this magic container in P4 and another one. Patrick is walking out of Death Mountain instead of up and A-ing out, which is a little, I think maybe a bit of a waste of time, unfortunately. I think they have Spell. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's why, yeah. But MiRai might have picked it up. Yeah, that could be what happened, Tabby. Alright, well, they both got their max amount of heart containers now. In this flag set, 6 is the maximum instead of the usual 8. So they start with 3, and they can get up to 6. And since they've been searching everywhere for the items and spells that they need, they've had time to find all of these heart containers. They probably will need more magic containers, though. So, yeah. Patrick checking Nukusudo, so I guess he has Spell already. Yep. He's probably hoping this is a bit of a what's a phrase for it? A hard check. It's a bit of a gambit. Checking Nukusudo when you only have 6 magic containers. He's hoping that this is either a magic container or the flute, because if it's a magic container, it might very well lead to the flute, or the flute could be in P4. So I guess there's a... Oh, there we go. Okay. So he is good to go now. Now he's going to check the Dread Rock location, see that it's Great Palace, and then go straight to VOD. So he can go into VOD with confidence. MiRai went into VOD kind of in desperation, but it was the right choice for him. But MiRai is going to be defeating Karak here once he gets his magic back. He's got to take a death to do that, and with life 8, it's going to take a few seconds. There we go. Magic Flute, Recorder, Plunger, whatever you want to call it. Now, I've not seen MiRai lose to Karak, even this new and improved version of Karak, so I'm just going to mark that. Yeah, Patrick still needs to do 1, still needs to do 4. MiRai needs to do 6, but he also needs to find the flute. And this is going to be Reflect for Patrick. Yeah, Patrick is in go mode. MiRai might end up... I think MiRai, if he keeps searching... Oh god, he's going to search P4, isn't he? Oh no. Okay, cool. He's doing the gem abuse for lots of magic levels. Very good. He's got basically max levels. He's going to end up... he's going to end up like me when I play. Well, maybe not quite max level. He's gonna end up at 6, 7, 8. The maximum attack level in this flag set is 6. You know that's it's that way because MiRai designed this flag set. Okay, so like I said, Patrick checked Dread Rock. He sees its GP. Now he's gonna go to VOD, Valley of Death. The reason he didn't do it earlier is because Valley of Death is a pain. It takes a little bit of a time investment to check it out. And if it turned out the GP was in there, that's just wasted time, because you'd be going there once, kind of noping out, and then going back. But now I can go in with confidence. He might go to P4 first, or he might go to... yeah, he might do P4 first. Looks like he is. And then he's going to do VOD after that. Yeah, MiRai, what's he going to find in here? Is it going to be a heart container, or is it going to be a magic container? Yeah, if it's a magic container, I don't know, man. I mean, that's nice. Sorry, it's definitely not going to be a heart container. My bad. It's probably a magic container, let's be real. But it could be like a pea bag or something stupid like that. Yeah, magic container, cool. So he's got that. He has the same number of magic containers as Patrick right now, which is good for him. And he might end up getting another magic container before he checks New Kasuto. Probably not. I think he's gonna go. He's probably gonna go straight to NK though. Yeah, he is. See, same thing as Patrick. He's like, there's a chance that there's a magic container here. So it could be either the flute, or it could be the magic container leading to the flute. So there's multiple ways in which the odds could lead... There's multiple ways in which the odds could play out that this leads to the flute, which is what makes this a better check now than it was before he got that 6th magic container. But he's going to find the flute here, and he's going to be very happy. I'm just going to mark it right now. At this point, yeah, MiRai is ahead. Although we got, it's what's going to be faster. Patrick finishing up this P4, and then doing VOD and finishing up P1, or MiRai finishing P6. I think MiRai finishing P6 will be faster. So he's probably going to end up in GP a minute or two before Patrick. This is a close one, guys. They're going to have very similar resources. I don't know if Patrick is going to go for Life 8 or not. I know MiRai swears by Life 8, but not everyone does, and so he might try to get the Gem Abuse here, but he'll get more out of it if he waits until Life 8, because he does have two... He does have 2 palaces, so he's got 2 gems to turn in, so I think he's gonna do the gym abuse next time. Oh, it's getting a little dangerous. And Karok is dodging all those beams. Oh god, that's close. Okay. Scary. Yeah, I would say it's too close to call, but VOD, like I said, is a time investment. But Patrick is going into this VOD with Fairy, so if he gets good Fairy feet, it's going to be faster for him. And he's just going to walk out because he's going straight to VOD. He can get the level as he's doing the VOD side-scrolling encounters. Now, I remember... Oh yeah, here we go. Straight past the Fairy. Okay, actually, yeah, Patrick is doing the gem abuse here instead of later. Maybe it's because he wants to get more uses of Fairy feet for VOD, which is kind of smart, yeah. So he will have one lower magic level than MiRai going into GP. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? It was attack 7, huh? Okay, interesting. Yeah, but he could have rolled. That's what MiRai did. You know, he got the experience needed for attack 7 and then rolled it over into life 8 because Patrick is still going, so he could have done that. But yeah, Fairy's much cheaper now, so that makes this VOD a lot faster. But MiRai has already been in P6, so he knows the general direction that this has got to be in. And yeah, Patrick's going to take this death to get his magic back because he's failed at Fairy Feet like a couple times. If he... Okay, he's keeping... Oh man, he's just going to have to Fairy through it. Just take the damage, Fairy through it. Oh man, he's nervous. That's like 5 failed Fairy Feats in a row. 5 failed Fairy Feet. Dude, say that 5 times fast. Or 4 times fast. 54 times fast. Almost took a dip there. Definitely taking a dip here. Hopefully that's not his last life. Okay, good. It's not. Okay, MiRai has more resources than Patrick now. Okay, you got the Fairy Feet. Alright, thankfully that's just an encounter he can skip. Oh my gosh. He's done with these encounters. He just wants a quick P1 and that's it. Five or 4 times? Yeah, exactly. Failed Fairy Feet 5 or 4 times. Here's... Like I told you, P6 is going to be faster. Is he going for it? Is he going for it? Ride the dragon! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! I feel like MiRai did that for me. I'm always bugging him for not doing this. Oh no! Yeah! Alright. I've been bugging him to do that for a long time. Thank you, MiRai! Yeah, you know, the really hard way to do it, like the real hard way is to do that without the jump spell. You have to like jump in just the right way at just the right time. Otherwise you like pass through the head. It's really tough. It's a unicorn somewhere, I suppose. Oh, nice. I like that emote. Alright! MiRai is in a GP. The force field is going to go up at 113.10. Oh yeah, Barba on the tracker, you're right. And Karok on the tracker. Right, so... What... Patrick's got to do this quick, and he's got to hope for a very confusing GP, because I think MiRai's going to have 2.5 minutes on him, at least. Oh, by the way, welcome in, Royal Fizz. Oh, sorry, Royal Fizz. You could be Royal Fizz, though, couldn't you? That'd be pretty cool. You could be a monarch. And Turtle Guy, what's up? Yeah, they gotta run! Run, Link! Run! Yeah, they're both Link this time. None of them picked a cool sprite. Yep. Dude, I could go for some RC Cola. That's the cheap stuff. Alright, here we go. Horsehead should be dead. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. This is the chicken and waffles with syrup room. There you see the chicken? It's the spicy chicken and waffles with syrup room. We're going for the full southern hospitality here. Alright. That's going to be all the levels he can get out of that. So he's going in one... Oh, actually he has a higher magic level than MiRai. I guess MiRai must have burned the gem. Perhaps. But MiRai has a higher life level and he's got an extra magic container. I think that magic container is going to be more useful than what Patrick's got going on. Okay, Fairy Feet going better this time. He's going to take the dip. He's got to get in there. Got to get in there. Fairy Feet. Fun. There we go. Okay. We are done with the Fairy Feet. But we're going to Fairy through this encounter because, yeah, these syrup levels are pretty annoying. He's probably going to want to reset the encounters. Nope, he's going to take the encounter, unfortunately. But yeah, you can dip into like a cave or something, and it will reset the timer on the encounters. But probably the better place to do it would have been like the bridge. But sometimes if you go into a bridge in the wrong direction, it can kind of get a little wonky. Alright, here we go. Patrick comes in at 1:16:40. Oh my gosh! Oh, I wasn't... Okay. I was hoping I was 100% correct. No. I was off by 1 minute. So, MiRai is not 2.5 minutes ahead of Patrick. He is 3.5 minutes ahead of Patrick in terms of entry. I wonder what their end times are going to be, comparatively. Oh yeah, blueberries on the waffles, yeah. I forgot. Man. Anyone have any chicken and waffles today? The chicken and waffles are like the official food of Zelda 2 Randomizer. You know, I had a waffle in my freezer last night. No chicken though, so I couldn't do it. I should change it. You had chicken with no waffles? I had waffles but no chicken! Dude, we should have been hanging out. Man, it's like stone soup, right? Chili and donuts? Yeah, I had a donut today. Some guy. I went to the donut shop. You know, you go to the donut shop before they close, and they tend to give you extra food. And so I forgot that he gave me a donut. Ah, this is making me nervous. Oh my god. Yeah, Thank goodness for the updates. Now the lava doesn't suck you down. Anyway, yeah, I got like some sponge cake, and they gave me a donut for free. And that was in my cabinet for like 2 days before I remembered I had it. All right, so we got MiRai against Thunderbird here, or T-Bird, as the cool kids say. That's a dead T-Bird. That was a good fight. Good fight. Now, this is a medium-sized... Oh, God. Oh, God. This fun room... Go for it. Perfect. He's going to make it through one more room with this meager amount of life he's got. Meanwhile, MiRai is... He's kind of in the home stretch here. Oh, perfect fairy. Oh, wow. There's Dark Link. Yeah, that's it, guys. MiRai's not losing to Dark Link here, so you can get ready to type GG. There we go. Has Patrick killed T-Bird? No, not yet. There we go. MiRai is, I don't know. He's decompressing after that race, I think. And we know that he needs to, because it was close. Like, yeah, sure, he got into GP faster, but that was a heck of a race. Whew. Oh, yeah, I gotta... Done. Sorry about that. I forgot to press the button. You're not used to doing the tracking part here, guys. Sorry. Yeah, maybe he'll draw a diagram for us. Alex Pigment. That's an interesting name. Very cool. Thank you. And thank you, Fox, for throwing in your GGs as well. Nice to see y'all. Yeah, he's on FMAing, that's true. Welcome in, Mr. MiRai.
Hi.
So, hello. Yeah, how did this race go, buddy?
Well, apparently it went all right, but my God, did it not feel all right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I found the East early, and I was like, oh man, we can get past this blue Lizolfo. If this is like required, this would be kind of big because I kind of have a little bit of experience doing this, but then I tried to do it at Attack 2, and that Lizolfo was going to take 30,000 hits, so I was like, all right, let's just try to do a damage boost here. And yeah, I got through, and it was just a magic container, and I couldn't really do much else on the East, only to come back to the West and find the magic key and the boots. So I was like, oh, well, that was a big waste of time trying to get through there because this East is going to be free. And then, sorry, I'm going to gab your ear off for a moment because there's so much going through my mind. And then, see that the child is required for Reflect, go find the water tile all the way down to the south, skip out onto Buru Ferry. I don't know, I just kind of forgot at that point, and I went back up to the maze to do the maze, and maze was trash, and P6 was a giant waste of time, and I'm like, I can't believe this. Like, there's no item, I can't get to the boss. He's glove blocked, everything's glove blocked in 6, but it was like, not super deep, but there were so many other options to take, so you had to clear a bunch of other directions before you could deem it glove blocked. And I thought it was going to be fairy blocked as well, but there was that loop there. And Jesus, and I just, came back to... what did we do after that? Did I do one? I think I might have done one after that. I don't recall.
You did one before
That's right.
Completed 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I did come back and get Fairy, and then go into Death Valley, or I went into 3. I went into 3, and that's when I realized I was going to need a cast of Fairy or something like that. Something required me to cast Fairy to get through the palace. That was either 1 or 3. I think it was 3 because I'm pretty sure I Fairy feeded into 1. So. Yeah, I don't know. And then finally I go back to 2, and there's the glove for free. Just a few rooms into 2 going left. There were 4 left from the beginning, I think. And I was like, okay, well now I need a hammer because the child's on the west, and I know trophy cave is blocked, and I need a flute because there's a 3-eyed rock out here. You know, what are we doing? Where are we going? And I think we did 5 after that to get the hammer, and then I got the child. Then I went to DM to get nothing. I mean, I have one thing untracked on my. I did Palace 4 after Karak. I went to go find the item because like this could be the flute. Just another magic container. And at that point, like, it had to be New Kasuto, because even if I guess it doesn't have to be New Kasuto. I guess it could have still been 6. But I needed 2 magic containers, so I guess I could have gotten 2 magic containers out of New Kasuto. I'm sorry, this has just been insane. And I there's no way. I watched the end here after I was done. I tuned in and saw that I was first into GP by like 3 minutes or so. I couldn't believe that. I could not, but like as much as I cleared, I couldn't believe that. So I cannot wait to see the beginning of how this played out for both of us, because I felt so extremely far behind.
Yeah, in some ways you were far behind, in some ways you were ahead. The major way you were ahead in the beginning is that you had boots long before he did, and he didn't quite get the maybe long isn't the right word. Maybe like about 10 minutes at least, I'd say. And so your exploration was going more smoothly, not just because of the boots, but also because you were not dying in caves quite as often. He had to come back to certain caves a couple of times.
Yeah, that medicine cave. Yeah. That's right. The medicine cave was tough, and I backed out of there, and I went to go do some other stuff, and I came back a little bit afterwards. Yeah, and I couldn't really handle it either. I just was like, I got to body this damage and just go. I got to kind of strategically body damage, avoid damage, and just go, because I can't fight this red Dyra with Bogos at this level. I just can't do this. I'm gonna die and game over.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones that Patrick was having a hard time with, and that led to a heart container, which was pretty important in the early game. So he also got that a little bit after you. But what he did get long before you was the glove, because since he didn't have the boots, it probably was possible to explore more of the east without the boots. There were certainly dead ends, but I think there was like a bridge you died on, and there was like a cave or two, a pass-through cave. So exploration would have been possible, but I think he saw, boots are going to be very helpful here. So he dove into a palace instead, and that palace was P2, and he dug the item out of P2. I guess what it was.
The glove. Yeah.
And so he was able to, I think, pull in. He had a better time in palaces, but kind of what might have been crucial in this race was that neither of you guys went to Naburu, even though it was kind of in the open. It was at the bottom of the screen, but it was right next to a water spot, which you did visit before. So I guess you just missed it just by a hair, and Patrick didn't even go to the water spot. If he had gone into P6 with the glove and Fairy, I feel like he wouldn't have had to double back there, and that would have saved him a significant amount of time.
Yeah, the fairy block in 6 wasn't really a fairy block. It was just an alternate path to get back to the multi-level elevator where you had to go middle right, and it was simply just a glove block at the end of the day to get through 6. I know I took the fairy block, the fairy room at the end here, but I know I didn't need to because I didn't even have fairy at the time in 6, and I found that glove block anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's my God, man. I mean, that glove was driving me. I mean, 3 items out there, and I'm finding junk. There's junk in the maze. I get nothing out of 6. I go into 3. There's junk in 3. There's junk in 1, I think. And I'm like, where is everything? And so that's when I went to 2, got that glove, then did 5, got that hammer, and went back to get the kid, and then went to DM. Yeah, and then I don't remember what was in DM, but nothing
it was a spell item, and I think you needed that spell item.
No, it was that's right. Trophy under the rock, but trophy was life.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think the last heart might have been in Hammer Cave, the 6th heart.
All right. Yeah, I for some reason I thought that like one of them might have led to spell or something, which turned out to be like hard acquired spell. But yeah, both of you guys were missing out on a lot of spell items until close to the very end. And you found them like kind of at the around the same time in the same sort of order that you're, placing gems and stuff like that. So, so both of you guys were having the same sort of experience there.
Man, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, and Andy's having a little bit of a harder time than you did in GP, unfortunately.
I may have God routed GP. I took the first left, and that led around. That led around to an I junction with the statue room ferry block in the up left of it. Up right was the Twin Peaks room, and I backed out of that, went back down and right, held right. There was another room or two over or something like that, and there was a multi-level elevator. It was 3 shafts. It was an upside-down T junction. We came in from the left-hand side, and then there was 3 shafts up to the top, which was an up and right. And I came all the way back down and went right, and I got a jar on the way down as well, and that was literally Thunderbird right there. So I don't know if that upright is connected to anything else in there, but yeah, that felt. I mean, as much as I felt like I was going to be behind because I'm looking for a flute, the hammer wasn't too bad to find, but the flute was just like super free there in the tower, and I'm thinking that the medicine was on. I think the medicine was on the west, and spell was in Mito, and so I'm thinking to myself, well, I could have cast spell to check the spell tower, 30, 40 minutes ago or more, and that would have just given me my damn flute, and this would have been over. Thankfully, there wasn't ever it was only GP, right? It wasn't like the hammer was in the Flute Block Palace or the glove was in the Flute Block Palace. It was just going to be GP, so you essentially had everything open to you. So that's a little different, but it's like you'll eventually find that flute, but where it's not important until the very end. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This was so nerve-wracking.
Well, I think you guys both did something similar. When you were both at 6 magic containers, and you knew that the flute was going to be, crucial to getting into GP. Or in Patrick's case, he hadn't checked VOD yet, so he wanted to get flute before he did a VOD check, which is smart, right? But if it had turned out to be a magic container in the spell tower, then that could have led to Granny's house, right? So
yeah.
So it's increased chance when you're at 6 magic containers that you're going to get something good out of New Kasuto. I messed up on tracking when Patrick got the medicine. He may have gotten that very late,
okay,
which might have been why he didn't check until later, but I didn't see him when he picked up medicine, so that could have just been my misunderstanding of the situation there. But I gotta say, Yuri Zahard in chat is bringing up a good point. You rode the dragon, baby!
I knew you were on comms, and I figured this is going to be a faster kill if I just do it this way. And so I did it, and I figured you would say something about it. So did you announce it? Did you talk about it?
I did talk about it.
Okay.
I didn't really describe. When Patrick did his big snake, I was like, I just mentioned that, doing the jackhammer strat, you can 1 cycle, or in this case 2 cycle, because the max attack level was 6. Yeah. But it can be a lot faster. But of course, it is risky. That's basically all I said about that. But in Zelda 2, there's a lot of ways to take on most of these bosses. And that's one of the more difficult ways, and I haven't seen a lot of it in this tournament so far, so I'm extremely excited to see that you have joined the Dragon Rider Society. Congratulations, your certificate and your lanyard are in the mail, so you should be getting them pretty soon.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I do want to go on record and say I would have done a jumpless jackhammer attempt there, but because I thought I was so far behind, I wasn't about to risk a death doing a jumpless jab. I just felt like every second counted, which is another reason why I wanted to do the jackhammer on Barbara to begin with.
Yeah, jumpless jackhammer is ridiculously hard. But yeah, actually, how much would you? No, wait. Let's see. Did you play A Link to the Past or anything like that?
A long time ago.
But you're not like attached to Link to the Past the way you are the NES Zelda games, right?
No. I know practically nothing. If you were to put me in front, if you hand me a controller and say, play this game, I'd be playing it like a noob all over again with just some vague memories of things that exist and where to go, and just things that I remember from seeing in people playing the randomizer here and there.
Oh, nice. Patrick got the magic refill he needed. Yeah, so if I said I was going to start selling fairy in a bottle energy drinks, you wouldn't be very excited about that. But if I was going to sell you Barba lanyards, you'd probably buy one of those, right?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was. Yeah, perfect. So you're going to be getting my brochure in the mail pretty soon. This is a little bit of a pyramid scheme, so you are required to sell it to at least 5 other racers.
Got it. Yeah, that'll be easy.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your... I expect you to use every tool at your disposal to sell as many of these as possible, with, of course, 50% of the revenue going to myself, because, I'm at the top of the pyramid, right? So... Wait, hold on. It could be a pyramid of power scheme, not just a pyramid scheme. But again, that's a Link to the Past. You're not going to get that reference. But yeah, so good job, man. Enough of my ramblings and silly jokes. You did great. And choosing to go left. Oh, Triforce scheme. That's a good one, J-Ro. Thank you. But yeah, choosing to go left was obviously something that got you a large amount of time. Yeah, because J-Ro is still exploring here.
I think Patrick is still exploring. J-Ro may still be exploring as well.
Sorry, J-Ro was in chat. Patrick was exploring. But
yeah.
They might have switched off at some point. You don't know. These guys, they're always hanging out together. They could just be passing the controller back and forth. How
they could be. Yeah, sorry. I was not pushing my push to talk key when I was trying to tell you that you were the pharaoh at the top of the pyramid.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever wanted to be.
I think
all I want is to be a pharaoh. Is that so much to ask?
Yeah, that's just a small ask. I don't know why people can't make that happen.
For real.
Yeah, watching Patrick in this GP here, I think he might have last location, this bird. I'm seeing where all these other loops existed, and it seems like left at the first elevator was the answer, and then just hold right and do nothing else. So that just worked out. I don't know. We just watched, not to bring it up for Tabby again, but Jay Coper literally just got routed to the GP 2 races ago against Tabby, came in several minutes behind and just went right, or what was it? It was like right, left or something like that, and just took us right to Thunderbird or something like that, and just it was perfect for Jay Coper. And yeah, there's Tabby, and I'm sorry. And then, but that's the thing. It's like, Patrick, remember last night's race? You were on comms as well with Star, and it was just like Patrick took the first left after Thunderbird, and that would have been the win, right? So here I am thinking, how is he going to play this? Like, I feel behind. How does he feel? Does he feel ahead of me? Does he feel behind me? Like what is it at this point? Like, I'm just going to take lefts. There was no other left to take. I couldn't afford Fairy when I saw the Fairy block going left, so I had to just keep taking rights, and I just kept coming down to the bottom of the elevator and going right. But yeah, I just, you try to, if you think you're way behind, you just try to play into that. It's just, I don't know, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
That's true. That is true. Now, this is your second win in the semifinals, right? So
yeah.
So you're proceeding in the winner's bracket, but Patrick is going to loser's bracket, so he's not out of it yet, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Last night we didn't want to spoil who had moved on in the previous. There was a race that happened right before our game 1 yesterday, and didn't want to spoil that yesterday, but now we can kind of spoil that. If you haven't watched that Jay Coper Trails race, I would suggest earmuffs at this point, but 3, 2, 1. Trails moving forward, going up against Oboe in their best of 3. So Patrick awaits the winner of that match at this point, and then I await the winner of his match versus Trails or Oboe. And then this could be just be, you know, this is me. This is going to be me versus Obo or Trails or Patrick again here. So yeah, I got a little bit of cool off time here. I can go play some other games for a little while.
So what you're saying is that this could just have been the prelude to your ultimate defeat at the hands of Patrick.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible. I don't know if Patrick is coming in for an interview or not. I've been gabbing here. I saw him finish, but I haven't been able to message him in the race room.
Yeah, I have a bunch of windows open right now. I do not have the race room open, so...
No, you're good. I was just wondering if you had maybe marked him as done.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. We'll see if he... I don't want to dip just yet, but... Yeah, I'm not sure. Man, that's crazy, though, the finish difference here. I mean, it definitely wasn't that. I mean, that GP was... he just... Again, I might just pull this up and look at the layout of GP and figure out if this was the only path to the bird. I mean, it kind of feels like it was. I missed a handful of rooms there that Patrick was in, but it doesn't look like anything led anywhere special. Man, I don't know. It feels good to do that if you feel behind, but it feels kind of bad to do that at the same time because people probably wanted more of a GP dig between us, being only 3 minutes separated walking in here.
Yeah, it was about 3.5 minutes separating you two. So it could have gone either way. Like if you had gone the meta route and he had taken that first left, I mean, that easily would have been the difference in time.
Yeah.
So, you know, good call on your behalf. You know, good gamble there. What did you go left just because you felt behind? Is that
oh yeah, 100%.
Nice.
And in the room that we came down in, which had the first junction, there's actually the possibility for a ferry to be on the left-hand side of it. So I did want to turn around and get my health back after bodying a bunch of damage in one of the previous rooms there. So there was a ferry there, and that was helpful. So I just got the ferry and continued left, and I guess the rest is history for this race here.
So. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, Patrick is absolutely a formidable opponent. He's beaten me plenty of times. We've had numerous extremely close races where we've been separated by seconds finishing on Dark Link. And so, you know, I never thought that this would be just, you know, again, the finish times are absolutely not indicative of how close this was walking the GP, you know, seeing the end of it there. But it was just the route and GP that ended up being completely in my favor. The scale was tipped in my favor for this gambling on which direction to take. But yeah, I mean, again, it could be any of these runners. Obo writes himself off. He's not really a newer runner at this point. He won the Upstarts tournament in 2024 last year. And so he beats me all the time. I do a lot of crying on my own personal channel when Obo beats me. I whine about losing, and then I say Obo too fast. So yeah, you know, Obo could definitely be in the grand finals here with me as well. Trails, obviously a seasoned veteran, hardened veteran of this randomizer, and clearly these being more difficult flags, you know, things might be in his favor. But then again, when it comes down to a flute hunt, where's the flute, right? You know, it could really be anyone's game at that point. So. Trails took a loss due to not finding a particular item in Palace 4 when he didn't have Reflect. And if anyone, you know, there might be some gambles like that. So those are the things that kind of beat the better runners. When it comes to combat, the better runners have advantages. But when it comes to finding items, it's kind of anyone's game. And if you can find an item before your opponent, no matter their skill level, you generally have a huge advantage. And so, again, any of these three runners could be back up here with me in the grand finals moving forward. And yeah, at this point, I don't care. Like I'm good to go. I donated a ton of money to this tournament, and so I'm either going to have a little bit of profit in my pocket if I take first, or I'm about to break even if I take second. So either one is okay at this point. I'm totally fine with either one. I'm glad you've been able to put this on. I'm done talking your ear off. I was just kind of waiting for Patrick, but I don't think he's shown up. So yeah. Thanks for doing comms, dude. And I didn't say it yesterday to you and Star, but thanks for doing comms on that as well. So.
Oh, yeah, no worries, man. No worries. It's my pleasure. You know, it's been a long time since I've been the full team, so it took a little bit took a little bit to get used to, but I think I mostly had it under control, so it was pretty cool. Speaking of control, how can I control these guys who are in chat right now to jump over to SG2 and watch the Chrysalis races going? How do I do that?
I am not sure about that. I've never initiated a raid to any other channel other than just saying, "Hey, go watch this race over on Speedgaming 2."
All right, then I'm gonna tell all these people here. You know, I am appreciative of all of you guys coming to join, watch this incredible race between Patrick and MiRai here. And now it's time for you to go see some other Zelda-like game that is Crystalis. One of the best games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh, Joss bleeding. Nice to see you. Okay, let me do it. Thanks, Joss. Yeah, what's up?
Real fast. It is. It's about to be over, actually. So maybe this is just game 1 of their 3-game series, but it is about to be over here.
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
Yeah.
Joss was letting me know, but oh well.
Yeah, I don't. As a non-mod, I don't think that command works for people who are just commentary.
Not. Probably not. Yeah. There's HMGZ3 race. Yeah, I would do that, guys. I appreciate you helping me out here, but I don't think I have moderator privileges, so me typing that probably wouldn't do anything. So yeah, hop around the Speedgaming channels, find what you want. You could see the very end of the Chrysalis race, and then of course we got a Zelda A Link to the Past race coming up, according to Joss. So assert power, do it. I will one day, but for now I'm biding my time and gathering my power. But yeah, so thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it, guys. And thanks for Speedgaming for putting this on. And thank you both, MiRai and Patrick, for putting on an incredible race for us. So I'm going to click the button to finish the episode. And everyone have a fantastic night.